Alright, so guys, let's begin. Last lecture, we discussed about what is a class, what do you mean by an object, and then we also wrote a simple program to demonstrate that. You also got the link for the notes, and I hope you all again watched the recorded classes and prepared the notes. That should have given you more clarity. Now we'll continue from here further, and today I would be discussing about two more new important things, like what do you mean by static keyword in Java, what is the meaning of the static, and what is the meaning of non-static. What does this mean? So we are going to understand what is static and non-static. Okay, and in order to understand this, let's assume I have a class A. Now again, here in the class I might have two categories of members. One who is a fresher, let's say 2026. Two, there are gap students, correct? So two category of audiences is what I might have. So I might divide my class into two part, 2026 fresher and gap students. Same way, the class that I create here now, it will have two types of members present in it. In this class A, either you might have static members, in this class, or in this class you might have non-static members. Okay, so a class can consist of two types of members, static, non-static. But what is the difference between them now? Okay, what happens if a member is static? What happens if a member is non-static? Why should we make something non-static? Let's understand this with an example now. Okay, so I'm going to take an example here. Listen carefully. So I'm going to put here a main method. Shortcut I'm writing public static void main. There's a method that I've got. Or let's take it this way. I'll simplify this more. Let me not talk anything about main method right now. Let's assume I'm creating here one variable. Okay, int x is equal to 10. Now the data type of this variable is int. So I'm storing integer value in it, plus or minus 10. But it cannot be a decimal value. I cannot store this. The data type of this variable defines what value this variable can hold. Okay. So if you notice, this variable now, which I've created, does not have a static word. Same way, I'm creating another variable int y is equal to 20, which has. So this variable that I created now does not have static keyword, and this particular variable that we created now, it has static keyword. So what difference will it make? What difference will it make? Difference is, when I create an object a1 is equal to new a. Everybody knows this object creation? Yes. So when I create an object, guys, once the object is created, inside this object only copy of non-static member can get loaded. Whenever you create an object, only non-static member will get loaded to object. Static cannot go to object, which means whatever is now going to be present inside object, they're all non-static. Static can never go to object, and this object's address is now present in A1. Tell me what I said. When you create an object, what is loaded into the object? Non-static. Which is non-static here? Int x. How did you know it is non-static? There is no static keyword applied on it. But if you look at static int y, is it going to object? No. Observe that. Am I loading variable y into object? No, that is not loaded into the object. What is loaded into the object is only non-static. Then what happens to static? Static is something that belongs to class. Now every class will have one dedicated common memory. Every class will have one dedicated common memory. Okay, and in this common memory now, this static member will get loaded. So static is going to the common memory of class and non-static is going to the object that I created. Tell me, static belongs to class and non-static belongs to? Repeat this again. Static belongs to class and non-static belongs to object. Again tell me, static belongs to and non-static belongs to? So when you create object, what goes to object? Non-static. And static goes to class common memory. Are you understanding now? Whenever an object is created, non-static will go to object and static will go to class. Next step. Now the content of object, if you want to access, firstly locate the object with its address present in A1. So when I write A1, I'm locating the object. Are you understanding? Now when I write a dot, it means you're entering the object. With A1, you found where object is because A1 has location of object. Dot, enter the object and then give me variable X in that. Did you understand how we are accessing object content? Again, let me repeat. See here, when you now write A1, you are locating the object. When you write a dot, you are entering the object. And in that object now, we are giving what? Variable X. In that now we are giving what? Variable X. This is how you can access the content of the object. Tell me, how will you access the content of object? A1 to locate the object. Dot, enter the object and give me what? Variable X. How will you access? Tell me. A1 to locate the object. Dot, enter the object and give me what? Did you understand now? This is how you will access the content present inside the object. Okay. But if you want to access static, it belongs to class. So I'll use class name, which will give me the location of common memory. Dot, enter the common memory and then give me variable Y. So anything that belongs to class, use the class name to locate the common memory. Dot, enter the common memory and give me variable Y. Use the class name. Dot, enter the common memory and give me what? Y. Are you understanding? Yes, everyone clear with this first part? Any doubts, online students? Any doubts, online students, so far in the explanation? Any questions, queries, doubts? Do you have it? Are you clear with this part? Difference is what? Okay, again, next example I'm taking. You're not able to find the difference. Non-static goes to object, static goes to class. That is the biggest difference, right? Yes or no? I'm dividing my member into object and class. What belongs to class, what belongs to object. You decide that with the concept of static and non-static. Are you understanding, Abhishek and Pooja? Yes. Let's look at more examples now. That should give you more clarity. Let's type here now class A. Now I'm going to create two types of members in this class. Int x is equal to 10. Int y is equal to 20. Static int z is equal to 30. Now observe. The first two variables are non-static. Tell me, why is it non-static? Tell me, Mintu, Pooja, Abhishek, you will answer this now. You will answer this now. Why it is non-static, Mintu, Pooja and okay? Why it is non-static, tell me? Because there is no static keyword used here. That is non-static. Are you understanding? But this is static. How did you know this is static? Pooja, Mintu and Abhishek, tell me. How did you know this is static? Because I've used here static keyword. Are you understanding? What have I used here? So this is non-static, and this one is static. Very good. Now listen, I'm creating object. When I create object, I'm creating object. When I create object, what is loaded to that object? Very good. When you create object, only non-static member copy is loaded. And that object's address is present in what? A1. Did you understand this now? Yes. Will static go to object? No. What is happening with static? Every class has a common memory. Every class has a common memory. So if you observe here now, I have a common memory that belongs to class. So what will now go here, tell me? The static member will go to common memory, and that belongs to what? That belongs to what? That belongs to class. Now we need to access object content. Tell me, how will you access the object content? Come on, tell me. You will use A1 to locate the object. You will use A1 to locate the object. Then you will use a dot, that is a syntax. Enter the object and give me X. How will you access Y? Again A1, locate object, dot, enter the object and give me. Did you understand? Now anything that is static, how do we access? It belongs to class. Use class name to locate, dot, enter and give me Z. Are you understanding now? Again the class name, dot, Z. Are you understanding? Let's write one program to give more clarity on this. So I'll right now go to this online Java compiler. Don't install any IDE for now. Object is created in heap memory. We will talk about that later. When I talk about stack and heap memory, we will discuss about that. Let us use layman terms for now. Okay? Later, we will talk about the memory management more clearly. So let's click on this. Now, what I will do, I will delete this all. Now I'm going to create class A. Whenever you create non-static and static, listen carefully, whenever non-static is created, create outside method inside class. You cannot create here. You should not create here. Not inside method. Non-static position is outside method inside class. Is this outside method inside class? Okay. What about this one? Is it outside method inside class? Yes. As long as you're creating a non-static variable outside method inside class, no problem. Anywhere. Okay. Now, take this, create here. Is it outside? Yes. What if I create here? No. Is this clear, everyone? Next. I'm going to write here static, which is a keyword in Java, write in lowercase. Is it again created outside method inside class? Yes, both are outside method inside class. Here also outside method inside class. Yes or no? Is this part clear? Now if you want to access this, okay, if you do not create an object, you cannot access that. System dot out dot println of X. Object is not created. See, without creating object, when I try to run this, what am I getting here? Non-static, if you want to access, firstly create, so that this will get loaded into the object, then you use object's address and you access. Did you understand? See now? Okay, what we have missed here? Semicolon. Okay, is this clear, everyone? Everybody got this part? And if you want to access static, you don't require object. System dot out dot println a dot y. A dot y. Terminate with a semicolon. Observe, 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 observe. Make sense? Everyone? Yes? Online students, are you clear with this till here? Any doubts? Any doubts? Are you clear till here? All of you? So, tell me, why do we make something static? So that that is been given to class. Why do you make something non-static? Because that is given to object, right? This segregation, separating your class members to class and object, is done with this keyword. Sir, why we should separate? That's where the oops concept will start later. Inheritance polymorphism, which is applicable on objects. I'll come to that later. But as of now, we're just talking about segregating the members. Okay? Can we access static with objects reference? Yes, some beginners will do this. You should not do this. Okay? See, it will work, but some beginners will do this. And they will come and tell, sir, I'm able to. I will come to that point. It will work, but you should not do that. It is wrong approach. I'll come to that later. Let's continue further now. So now what I'll do is, I'll go back to our notes here, and we guys are going to have a look at here now. Observe, we are going to start our discussion now in-depth manner on non-static. I just gave you an overview. Now let's start in-depth discussion on non-static. So non-static variables are also called as instance variable. What is this also called as? Instance is an another name given to object. So usually we do not call it as objects. You will see most of the experienced people will name that as instance. Are you understanding now? Object and instance are same. There are three names given to your non-static variable. What are the three names given? Non-static, then it is instance, and then it is, very good. Can you read this point loudly? Right? Can you read this loudly? What has been given here? What has been given here? Right? So if you observe here now, we are just going ahead and we are mentioning very clearly that look, if in case you are creating non-static, there is a proper position to create. You cannot create that wherever you wish to. If you are creating a non-static variable, it has to be outside the method, inside the class. It has to be outside the method, inside the class. Are you understanding, guys? Yeah? Are you able to understand this? Okay. Now, let's continue further. Without creating object, we cannot access non-static member. So for now, I'll use some ID, right? I will use some IDE to explain, right? Later, I will make you install these things. Fine? You need not worry about the steps I'm taking right now. Okay, you just focus on core Java. Forget about the IDEs. Practice online for few days. Okay, so let's go here. Now, I'm going to write the program here and explain to you one by one more clearly now. Okay, so I have a class A. Fine. Now, look at here. I'm creating int x is equal to 10. When I now try to print this, why am I getting an error? Can you please tell me why there is an error here? For what reason there is an error here? Sir, firstly, this is non-static. Object is not created. Without object creation, you cannot access error. Do you agree with that? All of you, do you agree with that? So let's create object. A1 is equal to new A. And we will write here A1 dot, error is gone. Am I getting output? Is this clear? Now let's continue. What if now I create two objects? Let's take this particular program and now observe here class A. Okay, class A. Let's write here int x is equal to 10. I'll create one object. A1 is equal to new A. Can you tell me what will happen now? Object created, then non-static variable is loaded, and object's address is present in, correct, no? Again, if I now write down A2, A2 is equal to new A. Observe, I'm now again creating an object. Again, what will happen? Again, what will happen? The non-static member copy is loaded to object, and that is represented by A2. Again, if I now write A3 is equal to new A, what will happen? Object is created. What is loaded to object? What is loaded to object? Non-static member. And the address of the object is present in. Did you understand now? Every time we create an object, non-static member copy will get loaded into that object. Every time we create an object, non-static member copy will get loaded into that particular object. Are you understanding everyone now? Yes, three objects created, three times variables are loaded into it. Got it? Is this statement clear? Is this statement clear? How many objects are created? Three. How many times variable x is loaded? Three. So this is all the copy getting created from here. From this, three copies got created. 1, 2, 3. From where it got created? From this, three copies got created, kept in individual objects. So how will you access this one? How will you access this one? Very good. And how will you access this one? A3 dot. Did you understand? Everyone? Yes. Let's see this here. Let's see this here. I will create more objects. I'll create here more objects. A2, A3. Let us now print these values. A2, A3. Control Shift F. I will teach you all the shortcuts. Don't worry. For now, our focus is only program. Is this clear? This example clear? Can I proceed further? Any doubts in this example? Observe and tell me. See the program and tell me, is there any doubts here? Clear? Continue. Now observe. The next very important thing that I'm going to tell you is this. Listen carefully. I'm creating a class A. Right? Now in this class, I'm creating int x is equal to 10. I'm creating object. Okay? So object got created, variable got loaded, and this object's address is present here. Again I'm writing A2 is equal to new A. Again object is created. In that object again variable is loaded, and this is represented with A2. Now this variable x and this variable x, now after they are loaded in different object, this variable x and this variable x, they are different. What do you mean by that? Firstly tell me, are these variables same? No, they are different. This variable x and this variable x, they are what? Different. Are you understanding now? Yes. Now I will talk about that puja. We'll not take that here, but answer is yes, you can create outside also. We'll come to that later. Now this variable x and this variable x are different. What does it mean? If I change the value of this x to 20, this value will not change since they are different. If I change this value to 30, then this value will not change. You change this value to 200, the variable x in this object changed to 200. There is no impact on this. Are you understanding? Let's try this. Correct? Modifying the value of the variable. Modifying the value of the variable right, in one object, correct, will not have impact on the variable present in other object because they are different variables. They are not same variables. They are what? Come on, tell me what I said. Repeat that again. What I said, repeat that again. What did I explain? Are the variables in these objects same or the variables are different? Huh? Different. Correct? They are what? Different. Let's prove this practically. Let's go here. Now, I will do one thing. I have two objects. I will firstly go here. Now, the value in A1 dot x is 10. Here it is what? 10. This is commenting so that this will not run as a code. Okay, when you write double slash, apart from that, everything else will run as Java code. Stay focused. Now see, I will now write a1 dot x is equal to 20. The value of x present in a1 I'm changing to 20. What was it? 10. What is it now? Now when you print same a1 value, what will it print? 20. But now go to a2. A2 value will remain to be 10 only. I altered the value of x in A1 from 10 to 20, but A2 value is not changing. Can you see this here? A1 10, A1 20, but A2 remains still same. So the variable present inside object A1 and inside A2, now they are different. Are you understanding now? Yes? Students, online students, please tell me. Yes? Any doubts do you have with this program? Analyze the program slowly. Analyze the program slowly. Yes, Suraj Yadav. Any doubts? Any questions? Okay. Now observe here, when you go back and now observe here. The first example, can you analyze this? What is the output of program? 10. Is this program now understandable? Yes, at least slowly you are able to understand the program. Yes. Can you tell me what will it print? What is the value it will print? 10. And what value will it print? What are these, static or non-static? So I'm creating object and accessing it. Make sense? Yes, online students. Okay. Now read this line loudly. Did I explain this point? Yes. Every time an object is created, a non-static variable copy is loaded to that. Look at the next one. Look at the next one. Read this. Read this. Copy of variable. Copy of variable that I'm talking about here. The copy of variable in these objects are different. That is, if you change the value of variable in one object, those changes cannot be seen in. Can you see this here? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Come on, tell me. Huh? What are we doing here? I've created object A1, 10, changing A1 to 20. A2 value is changing. See? Got it, everyone? Till here clear? Sure? No doubts, can I assume? Okay. Now let's continue. Next example. Now, what I will do here, I will talk about data types later. Data type defines what value you can store in X. If I now write int, you can store 10. If I now write here float, then you can store decimal value in it. But you need to terminate decimal value with F. Now like this, you store decimal value terminating with F in Java. If it is float. But if I change to int, am I able to store? Float, this is called as data type. The data type tells what you can store in X. Okay. We'll talk about data types later. But what I wanted to mention, if it is a non-static variable like int x, I have a non-static variable like int x. Now if you observe this non-static variable like int x, I'm not storing any value in it. Am I storing any value? If I now write 10, storing value, now not storing value. Now this variable x, when I don't store value, depending on data type, it takes a default value. Now default value for int is 0. If you don't store anything, because the variable is int, it's taking 0. What if it is float? The default value will be, that's called as a default value. So what do you mean by this is, read here, it is not mandatory to initialize non-static variable. Depending on data type, automatically default value will get stored in it. Depending on data type, automatically default value will get stored in it. What is a data type? Int. I am not storing value. So automatically what value it got? So like this, for every data type, there is a default value when the variable is non-static. Did you understand? Huh? Yes, everyone. Tell me what is default value. If we do not initialize, automatically some value gets stored in the variable. That's called as a default value. Online students, please tell me, are you clear with this part? Please tell me. Are you clear with this part? Yes? Okay, good, very good. Now we are going to look at static variables. So let's see what are static variables. Firstly, read this line loudly. We should create static variables. See this here. See this here. I'm now going to write here int x is equal to 10. Now some beginners will create this inside and tell I'm able to create a variable. Wrong. That's not a non-static variable now. It's a local variable. I'll come to that later. Don't do that. Okay. Non-static has to be outside method inside class. And now static also. Is there any error? No. Do you see any error now? Why? Very good. Now if I create at line number 10, will it give any error? At line number 10, will it give any error? No, it will not give any error. Check this out. Is there any error? But inside method, error. Here, no error. Point number 1 clear? Is this point number 1 clear? This one? Yeah? To access static variable, we use following options. There are 3 ways to access static variable. How many ways? One is class name dot variable name. Let's do that. Let's access class name dot variable name. Do you see any error? Second option, directly variable name. Do you see any error? The third option, beginners will do this. They will create object for no reason and they will access. It is not giving error but a warning. If it is an error, you see there is a red color underline. This is a warning. This is incorrect. Take the cursor closer. What it says? Static field A dot capital A dot X access in static way. It's very clearly telling you're not accessing in static way. You're accessing in non-static way. Don't do that. But still you will do. Because Java is intelligent, still this mistake you do, Java will automatically replace A1 with capital A dot X. Though you have done the mistake, Java will automatically place when I run the program a1.x with capital A.x, and now when I run, this will give the program output 10, 10, and then what? 10. Did you understand this now? Everyone clear with this part? Yes, run this and see. 10, 10, and then what? 10. Is this clear? Any doubts, questions? Do you have it here? Please tell me. Huh? See guys, there are three ways, Mintu. Three ways to access static index. If I'm accessing this way, correct. Accessing this way, correct. You should not do this. It's wrong. But still it is working. Still it is working. Think. I'm creating object and accessing static. Static does not belong to object. Static does not belong to object. Static belongs to. Then why did you create object? For no reason you created object. That's wrong, right? But when you do wrong also, it's not giving error. It's giving warning. And it auto corrects it. What is auto correcting? This a1.x, it is completely converting to capital A.x. Did you understand that, Mintu? Yes? Anyone else? Any doubts? Please tell me. Any doubts? Run this. Is it working? But never do this. Okay? Read these two lines now. Read these two lines. Loudly read that. Yes, static belongs to class. Puja. 3 points clear? Yes, no? Yes. Now we'll look at again same thing. It is not mandatory to initialize static variable. Depending on data type, automatically what is stored? Default value. Let's try. Can you tell me what is the data type? Int. For int, what is the default value? Is it printing 0 3 times? Okay. Let me make it float. For storing decimal value, we should use float. What is the default value? If I use string, we'll talk about all these data types. Don't worry. What is it giving? It's taking default value. Okay. Now let's analyze the programs that you have it in your notes. Please observe the first program and tell me clear. Tell me, should I do this? But will it work? Very good. Can you now see example number 2? Now I have a question for you. Can I change the value of static variable? The value present in this static variable is 100. Can I change that value? Can I change the value of static variable? Please tell me. Huh? Yes or no? You cannot. Now it is 100. If I now print, it prints 100. I want to change the value of x from 100 to 200. Can you? That's not the meaning of static, guys. Capital A dot x 200. I can change the value. Are you understanding? Okay. See, earlier it was printing 100. Now what is it printing? Commonly misunderstood by many students, especially computer science students and BCMCA students. They commonly misunderstand this. Because it is static, we cannot change the value. No, value can be changed. Are you able to understand? Yes. Let's see this program. See here. I change the value to 100. So now it will print what? 100. Again it will print what? 100 because I've changed the value. See? 10, 100 and 100. See the program? Are you able to now at least slowly able to understand the program? Right? Not fully, but at least 80%. 80% you are able to understand the program. Okay. Now, why is it printing 0? Default value printing 0. Very good. Okay. So now practice this much. What do you say? You're already at line number 234. I'm not wasting time by making you write the notes. If 234 lines you have to write down, then it is time consuming. Yes or no? So you are going at good speed. You asked me, no? 1 hour class only will you take? You see now what will happen every day after taking 1 hour class. Okay? See you tomorrow. Right, people? Yes or no? you people, I said you will give a feedback on the YouTube lecture after watching it. Now, if you don't give the feedback, next class I will teach you very badly. You will all get confused and you will get tensed up. Right? So, you have to be very clear about it. When sir gives the instruction, we want to see that. Yes or no? Tomorrow, no class. I work only Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday, holiday for me. Okay? Only Monday to Friday. Is this clear? Saturday, Sunday, you people will revise everything. Okay? Right. And do in the initial days, you'll be in too much hurry. Sir, take 4 hours class, take 5 hours class and all. Wait for 1 month. After that, you will tell there is no time to study only, sir. I'm serious. Syllabus is so much, students will tell I'm not getting time to study. After 6 hours also. You talk to your seniors, they will tell you. Not the batch before you. I take one batch morning 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock one batch I'm taking, ask them. They will tell you. Right? Basically, they'll tell you. Okay? Bye.